So I recorded this in Canvas and then tried to click save and upload, and it's just not working, so I have to re-record this. Those are our house dogs barking. So I'm gonna try this again. Question number 1. Have you ever practiced mindfulness? If yes, what has your life or your experience been like? If no, how do you plan to practice being mindful? I said I think it's important to think about the definition of mindfulness first. In the podcast, it said mindfulness is a particular way of being in relation with your life and living in the moment and paying attention to where your mind is and a particular way of paying attention. Have I done this? I'd say yes and no. Yes, I take in certain moments and live them to the fullest without any distractions. Realize that this is the only life I will live, so I should live it to the fullest. But I don't think I have actually paid attention to where my mind is in a particular moment. I don't purposefully practice mindfulness. However, in the future, I think I would like to practice this more because it will help me be less anxious about situations. I need to realize, life will go on, and will help me enjoy the moment more. I think I do a lot of unconscious mindfulness, but I need to do more conscious mindfulness. Okay. Number 2, how will you cultivate mindfulness during the next 6 weeks? I said, the next 6 weeks, I plan to be in the present moment and take in everything the city has to offer, even if it might be a little nerve-wracking or different than what I'm used to. I plan to be mindful that I only have one life to live to experience these new cultures, such as the one in Galway, and I need to take in all my surroundings so I can fully experience this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I don't think I will ever get the chance to do something like this again, so being in that present moment and taking in the culture around me is very important. Okay, number 3, how can you be 1, on purpose, 2, in the present moment, and 3, non-judgmental during the next 6 weeks? So I kind of broke this up into 3, different answers. How can I be on purpose? I said I think I can be on purpose by pushing my boundaries more and purposefully pushing them to step out of my comfort zone and experience new things in a city that I don't know very well. There's a lot of new things here that I'm not very used to, and it's important for me to push myself to do those new things or try new things that I'm not used to. How can I be in the present moment? I said I can consciously think about being mindful and realizing I am only alive in this moment. And to quote the podcast, they said the future hasn't happened, the past is over. I need to make sure that I am focusing on what is happening then and now and not worrying about something that might happen down the road or something that had happened the day before. And I think I do that a lot, which is not very healthy. They talked a lot about mindfulness in the shower, and I think that happens to me a lot. I'm always worried about what's going to happen, tomorrow with this person, encounters with this person, or, oh my gosh, I think about things that happened 2 years ago, and I was like, wow, that was so stupid. Why did I do that? But I need to realize that, those things are over, or that hasn't happened yet, and I need to live in the present. And how can I be non-judgmental? First, I can accept everyone in my group with open arms. I think that's very important to be non-judgmental to the people I'll be with the most. I'm realizing everyone is unique in their own way, but everyone has different strengths. Also, when it comes to Irish culture, I need to, be very open-minded because things might be different than what I'm used to, but I need to be non-judgmental in order to fully immerse myself in the cultural experiences. Number 4, how do you balance your being? I balance my being by accepting who I am, even though that's probably very hard. It is very hard for me. I have come to the conclusion that yes, maybe I am a little different and I might struggle with different things than other people, but I am who I am. This is the one life I live, so I have to accept it and live life to the fullest. I have to balance the negatives and the positives because both of them make up who I am, but that doesn't make my life worth any less than someone else's. Number 5. How do you practice body mindfulness? When it comes to body mindfulness, I think this is where I struggle. I'm not exactly comfortable in my own body, and it is hard for me to accept that this is the only one that I have. I think this also applies to my brain because my brain is part of my body. But I know that it is important for me to be mindful that this is the body that I was born with and that it is the only one that I will have and that it is beautiful in its own way. The podcast talked a lot about accepting pain and being mindful and allowing the pain into the body rather than blocking it out. And I think this applies to a lot of the anxiety that I have because I've started to realize that anxiety is a part of me that does show up sometimes, and that's okay. It will probably never go away since it is a part of me and who I am, but I can live with it and be mindful that it is not the end of the world when I get anxious or have a panic attack. And then, last but not least, how will you begin to practice mindfulness during the next 6 weeks? I kind of broke it down into 3 simple things. First, push my boundaries. I think it's very important for me to try new things and put myself out there. I do think I'm a very outgoing person and I like trying new things and meet new people, but especially in a country that I'm not used to, it does get kind of nerve-wracking sometimes. Second, live in the moment. I talked about a lot about that earlier. Just, being in the present moment. And then third, to breathe. I think it's really important to, take time to step aside and just breathe and realize, it's going to be okay. This might be different, but, you will live and you'll get through this and you'll have a great time. So yeah, push my boundaries, live in the moment, and breathe. And I think those 3 simple things are the most basic ways to begin to practice mindfulness. Yeah, I think that's everything I covered in the last video. Hopefully I can get the first one uploaded. If not, this one's gonna have to do. So, bye!